Today we're going to be picking up a new bee colony in the form of a nuke. And what we have to do is run over to a neighboring state and pick that up. It's a little scary to do during these coronavirus times / COVID-19, but you know, hey, we have to live. And we have to make sure that everything is up and running, and I like to eat honey. So let's go get some bees, and then we're going to put them in the nuke, in the hive. We're going to put the nuke in the hive. Well, we made it to our bee provider location. In years past, I've bought, well, this is the second nuke that I'm doing, but the last time I just bought it from a guy on, you know, an internet classified site. So I went to that, picked it up from this guy in the middle of a field, and now we've got kind of more of a commercial operation that's selling bees, packages, and nukes. And this is important, guys, to get your bees. Here they come. There are the bees. So hey, there's a little dog crate in the back. I don't know if you can slide them into there, because I gotta go on the highway. I'm prepping the hive, and I've had hives in the past, and I knew that the day would come when I would need to replace these comb pieces. So really what we're going to do is fill this back in. It's very simple. Just gonna put that in the groove like so, and there might be some beeswax left in the way from the previous colony I had. I'm a newer beekeeper, and my bees swarmed. They got too big for their britches, for their house. And that's pretty much it. It helps me make sure I know what I'm doing. Now see, I think I could leave this one, because it still looks pretty good. I'm just going to clean some of the junk off of it here. And I'm going to leave this one as is. I feel like there's no harm in helping them out a little bit, right? Leave some comb for them here, and instead of working on building the comb, they can just start putting honey in it. Now, this may not be something that I'm supposed to do, but if not, we're just going to try it. Because I've not read anything yet about leaving comb from an old hive for a new colony. Those, we're just gonna trash those. Nothing lasts forever. we go. Okay, I've decided to just go with this piece of OSB. Because it was just laying around, and in my experience out here, between 3 and 5 years is what it'll take for this thing to be decimated or biodegraded. Coincidentally, or incidentally rather, OSB has skyrocketed in price in the last decade. In case anyone was wondering, I'm not too happy about it because I've actually bought quite a bit of it over the years. In 2010, it was about $7.50 for a 4x8 sheet. Nowadays, it's almost $12. So it's jumped $5. I don't know who's printing money, but holy Moses. Okay, there, that's gonna just make it a lot easier for us to maintain the beehive. So let's just go through the parts. Here we've got this bottom, and it's gonna stay open on the bottom. Next, we're gonna have this white board. It's got a little black string attached to it, so I can pull it out easily to check for mites and or anything else in the hive that may present itself. Now we have this screen. It's what the screened bottom board refers to, is a bottom board with a screen. I always like saying that kind of stuff in grade school. What is a red wagon? It is a wagon that is red, sir. Okay, moving on. Got a cobweb, and I'm just going to double check all of this stuff as I put it together because I don't want any other insects in it. Look at that. Those that's a new one. Really sticky. Gotcha. And B, I want it to be a clean environment for my bees. So apparently bees like used equipment, and they will jump right into action here rather than if this were freshly painted or brand new. It's actually going to be a little bit more inviting to them. So I have this reducer. It's not going to work that way, but you can put it in there like that. It'll slide right in. As you can see, I painted the wrong side. And then we got a couple of methods we're going to feed the bees with. One being this standard method of the jar and this white piece of plastic, and you actually put a lid on this, slides down in there, and I have another piece that I made for this that sits in there with a reducer, so the bees can access it via this port. Excuse me. The bees can access it via this port, and then they'll have an in and out of the hive on the other side. But this year I've opted to go with a different product. This is an in-hive feeder, and you just set it in there like so and fill it up with your 1-to-1 syrup. That's 8 cups of syrup for a half gallon of water. 8 cups of sugar, pardon me, for a half gallon. Just replace any frame that you want to. Here are our other frames. So I'm going to put this nice one on the outside, put it into place. Let's get the other 4. I wanted to keep this one with the comb in it. A little bit more moisture in there, but those bees will dry that out. So I'm going to slide that guy on the other side. I feel like that's going to be 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The Nuc has 5 cells that come with it, so I'm only going to put 5 in. I have an extra one, but this feeder is going to take the place of that. So I'm going to actually take this feeder off. I'm going to reserve it for a later time. And we're just going to put that reducer in there like that. And one more thing I want to do to the bottom here, I'm going to put a couple of some pie pans under each one of these with some vegetable oil. This is the inner cover. It even says it this side up. And we'll just set that on there like so. Make sure that it's good. We've fixed the cover here. Shake that one more time, and that's going to go on top like so. That's going to be our hive. We're going to leave that there for a couple of weeks, 1 week, and check it.